Okay, so before understanding the pathologies of retina, we are going to discuss about anatomy and normal physiology of retina. So first of all, understanding anatomy of retina, we will have to look at eyeball. Suppose this is eyeball. It has three layers. One is outer protective layer, that is sclera and cornea, and another is middle vascular layer, that is choroid, which is made up of vessels. This one is choroid, which is made up of vessels. And another is inner neuronal layer, which is retina. It is neuronal sensory layer of eyeball. It is retina. Now development of retina occurs from neuroectoderm. It develops from neuroectoderm and uh, invaginate primarily into optic vesicle to differentiate into outer layer and inner layer. Suppose this one is retina, it has two layer, one is outer layer and another is inner layer. Outer layer is pigmented layer and inner layer is sensory layer. Pigment retina and sensory retina. Outer one is pigment retina, this one is outer one pigmented retina, and inner one is sensory retina. Develops from neuroectoderm and invaginates. Now retina starts from ora serrata and comes behind the back of eyeball. Ora serrata are the structure where retina starts. Ora serrata are present here in eyeball. From here retina starts and comes behind eyeball, ora serrata. It is a structure from where retina starts. Okay, now coming to the uh, retinal pigment epithelium. Retinal pigment epithelium, as I already told you, it is two layers of retina. One is outer, another is inner. Outer layer is retinal pigment and inner layer is retinal neuronal layer, sensory layer, sorry. So sensory layer is inner and pigment is outer. Pigmented layer extends from optic disc to ora serrata. This one extends from optic disc to ora serrata. While sensory retina has neural cells, which are making majority part of retina, it has rods and cones, which helps in seeing objects, and it has bipolar cells as well as ganglionic cells. Neural cells include ganglionic cells, rods and cones, bipolar cells, and these are part of sensory retina. Another is pigmented layer, which extends from ora serrata, outer pigmented layer. Other important cells of retina includes horizontal cells, amacrine cells, supporting cells like Muller cells, and vascular elements like retinal blood vessels. Horizontal cells of the retina, amacrine cells of retina, supporting cells of retina like Muller cells and glial cells, and vascular elements of retina. These are cells of retina. Now coming to the layers of retina. Retina has 10 layers. These are arranged in form of retinal pigment epithelium, layer of rod and cones, outer nuclear layer, outer plexiform layer, inner nuclear layer, inner plexiform layer, ganglionic cell layer, nerve fiber layer, and internal limiting membrane layer. These are 10 layers of retina. retinal pigment epithelium is the first one layer of rods and cones. External limiting membrane is here, sorry. External limiting membrane, outer nuclear layer, outer plexiform layer, inner nuclear layer, inner plexiform layer, ganglionic layer, and nerve fiber layer, and the final one is inner limiting membrane layer. These layers form retina. Now one by one we are drawing this outer pigmented layer, and after that we have another layer which is external limiting membrane, and then outer nuclear layer, then inner nuclear layer, outer nuclear layer, outer plexiform. Now outer plexiform layer, then the inner nuclear layer. After inner nuclear layer there will be inner plexiform layer, ganglionic layer, and nerve fiber layer, and the final one is inner limiting membrane. These are 10 layers of retina which makes up retina. Okay, so now coming to the blood supply of retina. Retina is supplied mainly from central retinal artery. Suppose this is retina, its blood supply comes from suppose this one is ophthalmic artery. It gives branch central retinal artery. From ophthalmic artery, central retinal artery comes, and it supplies the majority part of blood to the retina. Others are choriocapillaries which are also supplying retina. So this is the blood supply of retina. Blood supply comes from ophthalmic artery, and ophthalmic artery gives branch central retinal artery which supplies majority of part of retina. Okay, now coming to the venous drainage of the retina. From retina, blood drains into central vein of retina, central retinal vein, and vortex vein. This is venous drainage. From blood from retina drains into central retinal vein and vortex vein, and it is drained in such a way. Nutrient supply of the retina. Nutrition mainly comes from Muller cells. Muller cells supply nutrient to the whole of retina. So that was the normal anatomy of the retina. We studied the structures of retina, layers of retina, its arterial supply, and its venous drainage, and also nutritional supply. Structures of retina includes its cells like Muller cells, hemacrine cells, horizontal cells, and the mural cells, rods and cones. Mural cells includes rods and cones. Okay, let me to write one. Muller cells, mural cells, rods and cones, horizontal cells, hemacrine cells. These are structures we discussed about retina. And layers of retina, 10 layers of retina. The retinal pigment epithelium, layer of rod and cones, the outer external limiting membrane, and outer nuclear layer, outer plexiform layer, inner nuclear layer, inner plexiform layer, ganglionic layer, layer of nerve fibers, and inner limiting membrane. 10 layers of retina. And then arterial supply from central retinal artery, branch of ophthalmic artery. Venous drainage from central retinal vein and vortex vein. Nerve layer includes the nutrition. Nutrition includes Muller cell. Muller cell supply nutrition to the whole of retina. So that was normal anatomy of retina. In the next lecture we will be discussing the pathologies or disorders related to retina, include central retinal artery occlusion, central retinal vein occlusion, and the disorder in any layer of retina, and Eales disease, retinitis pigmentosa, and retinal detachment. In the next videos we shall be discussing one by one these all disorders.